BuzzCity is here today in lovely Wascana Park, talking to local Regina musician, composer, Johnny Hatch, who recently released his second CD, which I would describe, in my own personal way, as an effervescent, punchy rock, pop, alt, indie piece of confection.
Sweet.
There we go. Take it away, John. Tell us about that.
Hey, BuzzCity. Yeah, here's the album here, Happiness Instead.
Snappy looking.
Yeah, we're really
CD
happy
design.
with the how the graphics came out.
Yeah.
Awesome graphic designer. And
tell us about the that photo on the front.
That is a picture I took at Wreck Beach in Vancouver. Wreck Beach, I don't know if people are familiar with Wreck Beach on the point of Vancouver. Quite a,
I've never actually spent time there, but I know of its reputation, of course, and experiencing some happiness.
Yeah,
at Wreck Beach seems like it would be in order.
It's a really special place when you go on the point there, and you can hike down and just sit in the sun and not even think you're in the city. Yeah, so we spent quite a long time writing the songs this time. Put a lot of effort into the songwriting before we even recorded. Kind of went through my back catalog and looked at songs that I'd written or ideas of songs I'd written, and went through a lot of that and took some of those forward and finished writing them for the album. Wrote about 5 or 6 specifically for it, so quite happy with how it turned out.
And the bulk of it, of course, is recorded at Dave Fries studio, Z Studio.
Yeah. So,
which is a nice rurally located studio.
Yeah, it's a little ways out of town here, out of Regina, and Dave is awesome, multi-talented musician and producer, engineer, and he has a studio there, so
brings a lot to the table for you.
Yeah, it's great. So
value added.
From the last time we made our EP there, the first album, Hot Tracks, that we recorded out there, he turned into a friend.
Right, and that was recorded what, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, actually going on 5 years ago.
It was 5 years, okay. So a bit of a gap between the two, but
yeah, Dave became a bandmate after that and joined the band, and so this album was really cool that we had the luxury to work together there. I mean, it was a professional situation, but really great having someone that talented involved and being part of the band.
Now, location. I mean, you went from rural Saskatchewan to actually recording a couple of the tracks in LA.
Yeah, I took a trip down to LA, and I have a good friend there, Doug Millage, who's from Regina originally, Doug Deep, and got together with him.
Doug Deep is his stage name or
rock and roll name?
Rock and roll?
Yeah,
sure.
And so I'm sure many people remember Doug from bands around town here in Vancouver days and stuff, and so a really talented guy, and he's been working on some TV music as well as his own music there. So we got together, and he's got his own studio that he put together there, and finished writing the song in LA as well as song Echo. Finished writing those and did the bed tracks together, and then brought them back to the farm and the studio and finished them. So it's kind of funny because like song like In LA, which is the kind of catchy dance number that
it seems appropriate that a track titled In LA would be recorded in LA.
I started writing it on my first trip there, and that was around 5 years ago too, and then finished it on that last trip. It's kind of a happy, fun number.
Yeah, and it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, I would say, because the lyrics say, I'm in LA, I know it's so cliche, but hey, I'm in LA.
That's right, I know it's so cliche, but I am in LA, and so I've had a lot of good adventures down there, and I never thought that I would like such a big city, but I've kind of fallen in love with California and LA, and I'm actually going.
There's a lot to commend it, that's for sure. I was down there a couple years ago at Santa Monica, and I found the people down there really easygoing. Now you recently did the CD release for Happiness Instead at O'Hanlon's. That went well, as I understand it. I was unfortunately unable to attend, but you had a good turnout.
You were a little ill that night.
I was. Yeah,
it was great. We had a lot of fun. Different friends and people that I didn't even know were coming showed up. Some guitar students of mine that I used to teach, and on all kinds of folks.
That's right. You also have your own sideline.
I teach guitar, yeah.
Business, yeah.
So the O'Hanlon show, I was super happy with it because we really got the band firing on all cylinders and rocked it up and had a great time.
Is that primarily the band that played on the new CD?
Most of the band, yeah, through Pat Kelly, Dave Freeze, and then Jerry Pite has joined the band as a guitar player, singer. So
who's on bass?
Dave Freeze is actually playing bass.
He played bass.
He switched over to bass in the live band.
Sure. Yeah.
He played bass on some tracks on the album, and then some guitar, and then but for the live band he switched over to bass, and he's actually quite into it and great at it. So Jerry Pite has joined as a guitar player, and he rocks and great singer, so O'Hanlon's was really fun to play there with all the friends and people, and that went well. And then the same night I went and played at Relay for Life right here in Wascana.
That was a full night.
It was a full night, yeah. So 3 o'clock in the morning I went to do the Relay for Life cancer benefit here in the park, which is, I don't know if people are familiar with, I'm sure lots are, where people camp out in the park, and then there's about 300 candles lit.
Oh, people actually camp out?
Oh yeah, they camp out.
Like overnight?
Yeah, there's tents, tents, it's amazing, right?
Did you spend the night there?
Not me, no.
Okay.
But
you were just the entertainment?
Yeah, I was part of the entertainment, so there's groups of people, and they set up tents and everything, and then they walk the track all night, and then the track is lit up with hundreds of candles in little bags with the name of remembrance of people who passed away from cancer or who are fighting cancer.
Right.
So it's really special. It's actually an amazing sight and very romantic too, actually, if you're ever looking for a date to do. That's especially.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. And
I'll have to let my wife know about that.
Yeah, it is actually amazing. My mom being a 2-time cancer survivor, she goes every year. It's really, really special.
Yeah, for sure.
So the show though, I showed up there, and it was the second year I played there, and I played at the one in Moose Jaw here this year too. I was a great surprise because about 100, 150, mostly young people were right down front at that time of night and gave me amazing props on the show. Like,
Sweet.
It was one of my favorite shows ever, and got all this great feedback from.
Sometimes the planets are in alignment, eh?
Yeah. It was super fun.
So indeed, as the CD's title, Happiness Instead.
Happiness Instead.
Was realized that night.
Yeah,
very cool.
Great. They've been messaging me on Facebook and came out to another show of mine. And
now, any concrete plans in the works right now for local gigs? We'll start with local gigs.
Well, as of this Friday, I'm taking off for the summer, and I'll go into that. But for local shows, I'm setting up for late summer and as well as September. So hopefully get back to O'Hanlon's, play the Exchange, trying to get into the play at the university. There's a big welcome back.
There's a few new venues in town too that are Artesian is a very
I'd like to play there.
Lovely room sound in that place. It's very listener friendly for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely working on all of that to get around and play the German club you were talking about. It'd be cool, but.
Yeah, the German club is definitely, becoming one of the go-to venues on the club scene, which is very welcome.
It's a classic old
Very
place.
welcome. Yeah, it is for sure. Now, any plans for any out-of-province touring this year, or?
Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Is this Friday I'm taking off to go to Calgary and then Vancouver. And so Saturday night, July 16th, I'm playing at this new festival in Calgary called the Slapdash Festival. So it's some people from the radio station.
Slapdash Festival.
It's called Slapdash.
I like the name.
Yeah, it's from some people from the radio station in Calgary, the community station.
Right.
They put it together, so it's looking like a pretty cool bill. So got in there to play, so I'm looking forward to playing there Saturday night. Yeah, so doing that gig on Saturday and then driving out to Vancouver where I lived for many years, so I've got a lot of friends and connections out there. So just waiting on some shows to come out to play in Vancouver this summer. And then I think it's looking good. I'm going to take about 10 days and fly down to LA from there. Spend about 10 days in LA, and I've got a couple of shows lining up there with some musicians I know.
Sure. In LA, just like the song.
In LA, got to go back there, man. I got to go promo that song.
Thanks again, guys.
So yeah, I'm going to go promo that song, and we got on the radio a little bit too. I've got out to college radio across Canada.
Oh, great.
A little bit in the U.S. I'm gonna try and promo that song in California right now.
And that's in L.A.
In L.A.
Right.
Yeah, we'll promo that song because it's so perfect for that, and then try and get the rest of the album out. So
yeah. And if you're releasing a 45, you could put Echo on the flip side. Right?
I would love to do that. I'd love to press vinyl. I know a couple of guys that have done that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it's going to be a fun summer, just trying to get out there and play, and then come back here and I'll do some shows with the band in the fall and late summer.
It always feels good when you spend a lot of time creating, a product in the studio to road test the stuff and, put it out in front of a live audience and get the energy or the chemistry
it's been really great
what you've done.
Getting back to getting that response and it's life affirming actually, like I was mentioning that show in the park and the O'Hanlon show too, to get it out there and really for the people. And we did spend about a year and a half on and off recording this album, put a lot of time and effort, and again it was the luxury of being able to do it with Dave, because he did have some extra care to being able to do it and be a part of it and stuff. So really took a long time in the studio, and now it's the flip side. I'm just loving getting out there and playing the songs for people and really wanting
enjoy the fruits of the labor, so to speak.
So I hope people enjoy the songs.
So hypothetically, if you did have a gig out of town, would you be able to put together a band with primarily
the guys
that you used on the road? That can often be problematic.
It's a challenge for sure because everyone's so busy and different things, but I think we'll actually definitely be able to just at least get out and do some regional shows. I'm looking forward to going Brandon, Winnipeg, and go Saskatoon, Calgary, Edmonton.
Prairie Junket.
Yeah, we're trying to go across, but it's challenging to get everybody together and to get the right shows to go.
Yeah, always a challenge, but worth it when you can pull it together for sure.
Yeah, I'd love to tour. I'm really actually looking for players that can do that as well. Take off with me. And but I'm going to get out there and do it. And even when I go to Vancouver, I know some other players that can sit in who do more of the live stuff too. Matt Johnson's out
It's good to have those resources and those networks. So
yeah, it is. You always need people.
An enlightened musician and a connected musician, and a very hard-working one, Johnny Hatch. We'll have a link to the website of your choice, John, which is we'll put that on the site. So
sure. I guess if people are on Facebook, there's Johnny Hatch Music on Facebook. All the songs are on iTunes and JohnnyHatch.net, which currently goes to Reverb Nation. So
we'll put all those links on the site for sure. It's been great talking to you, John, and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks, BuzzCity.
All right.